Hello everyone, once again here we are with the chassis variant series, myself Critical Rocket, and we're looking at the Marauder II, the 6S variant. Now this is a Dark Ages variant of the Marauder II. The S, I'm going to go with the guess that this is a Steiner variant, but in Dark Ages it could mean something else, so I'm not quite sure. If anyone knows, let me know. So the build on this one is a little heavier on the weapon side of things. You have a Gauss rifle as your main punch on your top right there, on your right torso. You also have two ER PPCs, one on each arm, two medium pulse lasers, again split between the arms, and a single ER small laser, which I believe is CT mounted, or head mounted. And finally, to round it out, it has an AMS system, on top of all the usual benefits of the Marauder II, with the jump jets and near maximum armor. This also comes standard with a light engine, which means no worries about XL side torso, explodey death, and I believe it already comes with double heatsink. So most of the cost of upgrades is already covered in this build, and yeah, it's obviously another energy heavy build with some slight ballistics options there for you. But in 100 tons you can come up with all kinds of pretty snacky builds. And remember, if you aren't that fond of the jump jets on this design, they do weigh 2 ton each, so you can free up at least 6 extra tons for heatsinks or a bigger engine, whatever it is that you need for that particular build. Personally, this one is probably the one that you would overheat with a lot anyway. The default build is a bit toasty compared to the other variants that I've made videos for already. The high-mounted Gauss rifle is obviously a lot better than the 4L's arm-mounted Gauss rifles, so it does allow it to peak and take shots that way. We do also have the benefit of the ER PPCs, allowing it to at least dump about 20 points of damage at point-blank ranges, so it does decide to try and go toe-to-toe with you, and the medium pulse lasers are a nice backup for that. The ER small is a bit superfluous. Obviously, usually mechs like this have ER small lasers or machine guns to deal with infantry, but this isn't really a problem. So you could probably drop that, or maybe swap it out for another pulse laser or something along those lines, should you want an tiny bit extra damage out of the build. Obviously the AMS is a nice bonus. Again, you could switch that up to a laser AMS and free up some of the weight from the ammunition, or if you just don't want to worry about AMS ammo. So that's useful, and it's nice that this is actually a version that comes default with AMS. You'd actually be surprised how many mechs don't come with a pretty nifty system like that as standard. Usually because it was a lost tech piece of equipment. Very few mechs actually made use of it by default. There are a couple, but not a huge number, and even less so that use multiple AMS systems like dual or even triple AMS. Usually, again, one of the things that makes those designs more unique within the battlefields of the 30th century. So, yeah, I mean, overall, this being the last one of the chassis series, out of the base pack, if there are any models I can build afterwards, I will certainly return to the Marauder 2 when I get up to the 100 tonners, and I'll have a go at that. But as far as a bloody hell, that's a loud motorcycle. As far as a build is concerned, as a pack, yeah, this is a pretty good mech. Some people think it's a bit squishy. I think at the moment it's just getting focused a lot right now. People are getting used to killing them because obviously there's a lot of them because it's a new mech at the time of recording this. So yeah, I think some people are feeling that it might be a bit weak in that regard. That said, I still think this is probably one of the better assault mechs PGI have added, with all the same benefits of the standard Marauder. So if you're good with Marauders, you're probably going to be good with the Marauder 2. The only thing you'll have to really get used to is obviously the fact that it's a slower mech overall. But with the right engine and obviously the upgrades and skills, you can probably get it close to a heavy mech speed anyway. The 5A that I use is running at about 61 with speed tweak and a bigger engine. So I wouldn't be surprised if you could get that speed up higher if you were willing to sacrifice a bit of firepower for a higher speed. And being able to have an assault mech that runs at heavy mech speeds is pretty bloody useful, and that's without mask. Couple that with the jump jets, or even removing them for a bigger engine, you're not doing too bad. Yeah, overall it's a pretty damn good pack actually. So if you are in the market for buying something with some of your hard-earned cash, I don't think this is a bad purchase by any stretch, to be honest. Obviously, remember, if you've pre-ordered MechWarrior 5, you will already get access to this pack, so you don't have to buy it separately. So if you're on the fence of buying MechWarrior 5, this is a pre-order bonus for buying. So Although double check that on the FAQ, I might be wrong. Okay, so just check things. When I pre-ordered it, I got this pack. Anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you have a good week. This one I actually did good damage on. I don't get it. It's crazy, crazy world. Anyway, see you guys. Bye.